Hi, Karim. Hi. Here you come. Raise me up so I can stand. Raise me up so I can stand. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. Raise me up so raise me up so I can stand up mountains. Raise me up to work on stormy seas, stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. Raise me up to more than I can be. Sorry, troubles come, and my heart burden me. I am still very silent till you come and say the right thing. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on starry sea. Hi, hot girl. Hot girl KG. Hi. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. No one asked you. No one asked me what. No one asked me what. Hi, Midora. Midoya. Ochako. Hi. Thank you for joining. Where are you watching me from? Ochako, where are you watching me from? Ochako. You will subscribe. Thank you. Happy Sunday. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Happy Sunday, everybody. I am Jack. I just joined and I'm from Fiji. Hi, Jack. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Look who I have here. Runaway friend, longest time. Michael, where have you been? You forgotten me, Abby? I hope all is well with you. I hope you are good. I don't get to see your break daylights. I don't get to see your break daylight, Michael. Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm good. I'm doing fine. I'm doing well. Happy Sunday to you. Yeah, it's the longest time ever, Michael. You've been off YT, or you've just been around, but you choose not to talk. I'm glad you are okay. Yeah, happy Sunday to you too. Seems like you've been off YouTube for a while. It's been a long time. When was that time again? Nana came I was like, where did you all go to? I barely see her again. Ochako, no problem. See you some other time. Thank you for coming around. My lips are dry. It's not dried like you think. It's just the picture. Actually, I had to turn off notification too. Some months ago, it was too stimulating. I get it. You really good to see you. I get it. Notification could be so overwhelming, you get. Michael, the notification could be overwhelming sometimes. Even I myself, people I subscribe to, sometimes it happens like that. So I get it. So you just took a break from the whole YouTube voila. We need it sometimes, you know. We need that break sometimes. Even I myself, even when I try to, come around to live stream, on one or two occasions, I still find myself unable to meet up, and I won't blame myself for that. Hot girl, I don't know what your problem is. I'm trying to be nice, you know. But if you force me to, I will be forced to time you out from this live stream. I don't need negative vibes or comments. So I hope you respect yourself and get that into your head. Michael, I don't know. It seems as though he's a teenager, so I don't know. Funny enough, even after taking the live stream, not for kids, I still end up seeing kids. Hi, Asembo. Hi. It's obvious now. It's obvious he's a teenager. Either she's a kid or a teenager. It's obvious. Asembo, I'm doing great. Happy Sunday to you. So, Michael, how is life lately? How is life lately? The year is almost about to be over. How is life lately? Hi, Shakir. Hi. Good afternoon from here. How are you doing, sis? Life's good. I can't really complain much, really. All right. Even if you complain, it doesn't change anything. If complaining could have changed something, most of us would be complaining at every point in time. Yeah, happy Sunday, Shakil. How are you doing? I'm good. What about you? Yeah, most times, Michael, if it was just to complain and things would change, trust me, someone like me, I'll complain at every second. Every second, I'll complain. Thank you so much for that, Michael. Some idiots are just roaming about the streets. I want to make soup, but I need to tidy up my kitchen. That's why I'm washing off the dishes we just used. My kitchen is not that big, so before I can make use of it, I tidy up the whole place so I can see space. So it won't just be stuffy and accumulating here and there. And I don't like seeing dirty plates or dishes littered everywhere. So I'm just trying to. But I won't waste time. It's just okra soup. It's a vegetable soup. It doesn't waste time. The only thing that might take my time is to slice the okra, to cut it. Michael, life could just be overwhelming most times, especially this period. Whenever we are, getting closer to the end of the year, life starts being overwhelming a whole lot, of which, if you are not careful, some individuals might even have high HB, HBP. So you just got to take it one step at a time and don't force it. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't, just try to calm the situation. Thank you for that, Michael. So yeah, a lot is just Jasmine. It's been a while I saw you. So any plan for today? Yeah, listening to be calm is very important. Otherwise, you will just lose it. Yeah, exactly. True. True. It's so overwhelming this period. So overwhelming this period. So the only option is just to be calm. Hi, Amadao. Hi. Thank you for joining. Let me go get the okra. I kept it in the fridge so I can start slicing. And I want to be real fast before JJ wakes up. He just slept. So anything I'm doing, I have to be extremely fast. Very, very fast. Mommy. What are you doing outside? People don't want to go and sleep. I wish I could sleep, but I just know I need to get this done with. Because if I say let me sleep, And obviously, this is going to be waiting for me. When I'm done taking the nap, I'll still do it. It's not like it's something I would say let me just overlook, that I'm not going to do it. You understand? Once I'm done sleeping, I'll still have to do so. It doesn't make sense. As you enjoy the rest of the day, I'll be off to run some errands. Alright, and you too. I'm really excited meeting you. Stay safe and have a good day as well. Thank you so much. As you can see, me, I'm already running my own errands here. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, Michael. Thanks, big time. Oh, the Lord is good. Oh, the Lord is good. Oh, the Lord is good, and His mercies endures forever. For the Lord is good. Oh my God, He's good. Oh, the Lord is good, and His mercies endure forever. Oh, Jesus is good, and His mercies endure forever. For the Lord is good. For the Lord is good. Oh my God is good. His mercies endure forever. Oh, the Lord is good. His mercies endure forever. If you know you have not written your school assignment, you know that. Move your hand from me. Okay. The Lord is good. Oh, Jesus is good. For the Lord is good. His mercies endures forever. Hey, the Lord is good. His mercies endures forever. For the Lord is good. For the Lord is good. Yes, my Lord is good. His mercies endure forever. Oh, God is good. His mercies endure forever. Jesus, the Son of God, I believe. From the base of my heart, let my worship begin but never end. To the God of all flesh, for He is my God and His name is Yahweh. His name is Yahweh. Yahweh. He's my God and His name is Yahweh. His name is Yahweh. Yahweh. Hosanna in the highest. Let the King be lifted high. Hosanna. Kendrick, I'm good. Happy Sunday. Oh, how are you doing today? Hosanna in the highest. Let the King be lifted high. Let the King be lifted high. Hosanna. Our God is indescribable. You seem to be a good type. You seem to be in a good mood. Kendrick, I'm always in a good mood. I am always in a good mood. I want to cook okra soup. Okra. So I'm slicing it so I can use it and make soup. It doesn't really take time, so the only thing that is taking my time is this slicing, this cutting the okra. For some people, they'll use something and grate it. Some people will cook and blend with blender or blend directly like this. But I love slicing. I love cutting. That's how my mama taught me. So I'm used to slicing. And not just slicing with my hands, cutting with my hands. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Olúwa ẹ tóbi, ẹ tóbi, oh, ẹ tóbi. Olúwa ẹ tóbi, ẹ tóbi, oh, ẹ tóbi. Kò sẹ́ni tá a fi ṣàkàwé rẹ̀ o. Ẹ tóbi. Kò sẹ́ni tá a fi ṣàkàwé rẹ̀ o. Ẹ tóbi. Olúwa. Olúwa ẹ tóbi, What is it? Victoria, this is what jobless people do. She from dustbin. You're using your leg to clean it. What is it?
What are you cooking?
I want to make soup. Okra soup.
I know what to eat.
Hmm? You will eat it now. It's good. It's young. It makes you grow. You guys cook healthy food. I really love that. Will you go to church by the way? No, today I didn't go to church, or rather we didn't go to church. Reason being that my church today, or rather since Thursday, they are on camping. So today's Sunday service will be held at the camping venue, and it's at another state close to Lagos State here in Nigeria. So I didn't go for the camping. So they announced it last week Sunday that we went to church, that all the churches, the Sunday service was going to be held, concluded at that camping. So it's as good as if you are not in the camping, just don't bother coming to church, or you can just connect and join them online. So that's why we didn't go to church today. Hi baby, how are you? Okay. So Kendrick, that's why we didn't go to church. They already told us, announced last week, there is not going to be church today, because it's expected that all members have to go for the camping, for those that are able to go. So in essence, in other words, the Sunday service is going to be held at that camping venue, generally for all churches, like all local churches under our church, this same church. So yeah, even while I'm at home, it's not like I'm resting. You see, I'm busy as well. So I didn't think we even went to church. When we, if we come back, I'll still do this, because I need to make soup for the family. We need to have food at home. There is food, there is rice, but swallow. Africans, we are known for swallow. When I mean swallow, that's soup with either gari eba or all this semolina, semovita, poundo, the one you can just swallow. Okay, yeah, that's what we Africans, most of us, are used to. So me, sometimes I also miss having soup. So the one I made last week has finished, so obviously I need to make another one. I just came back from church. Okay, but even if we are to go to church, we should be coming back by now or earlier before now. The service was good. It should be. Anyways, when did you realize God was with you in difficult times? Truth be told, this is me now being sincere. While in that difficult time, it looks as though God was not with me. That's my own mentality. But then, being that I claim to be a Christian, so I have to practice what Christians do and believe. So when that, leave this girl now. When that difficult times come up, I just exercise my faith. I pray about it, and I hope and trust God that, and believe that things we are going to, change for good. Okay, so it may not really happen soonest, but gradually with time, when I now find out that prayer or those prayers I made, I've started manifesting, coming to actualization. That way, I will not be like, of a truth, God answers prayers. Of a truth, God is with me. of a truth, my belief that God, oh God, I've told you to leave this girl. What's the problem? You want to wake JJ up? So those are the times, not once, not twice. So I don't need a soothsayer. I'm not a pastor, neither am I a prophet or prophetess. So I don't need a soothsayer to tell me that God is with me. As long as I believe, where all these lies on is on your belief as an individual. Okay, now, mind you, I'm not now emphasizing on whether you're a believer or you're an unbeliever. Okay, because surprisingly, an unbeliever could just believe that God is with him or her, and anything he or she does will just be prospering, will be excelling, will be successful. You understand? That does not mean that God supports bad thing. She from here, she from here, she from this dustbin. That does not mean that God supports bad thing. But for the fact that this unbeliever, acknowledged him as a God, and then believe that, okay, this God that they talk about, he's with me, he's going to protect me. They say he exists, so I believe he exists. And why do you think that, for instance, maybe even thieves, people that steal, before they go for operation to go and rob an area or a bank, they will pray. They will make a word of prayer. God, please, may this operation be successful. That's just to tell you that they believe that God exists. Even though the outside world will see them as unbelievers and that they have this sinful character and nature by being thieves, by stealing. But then that's your own problem. Oh. In their mind, they have prayed to God, that God that people do call upon, and they trust and believe in that God will, answer them. And surprisingly, they go for their mission and they come back successful. So yeah, that's just it. It's one thing to say that you're a believer and you're a Christian. Is another thing to practice it, because where the main deal is with practicing it. Majority will say that believers, no doubt. Me, I'm not perfect either, but then what can differentiates me from you or you from some other person is your belief. It now looks as though there is something special, spectacular that you do differently that others don't do. You understand? So that's it, Kendrick. That's it. I hope I answered your question. If you are still here, I hope I answered your question, Kendrick. I just hope I tackled it properly. That is very true. It's all about faith, my sister. I'm telling you, God is always with us no matter what. Do you believe everything happens for a reason? 100%. Yeah. 100%, I believe. It could just be a trial by God to tempt you, to know your ability, capability. Mind you that he said he's going to give us the strength, like to make things. He's not going to give us that load, that burden. Let me just use the word burden. He's not going to give us that burden, that load we think is too heavy for us to carry. But then, when he makes that grace available, how well are you to handle it? That's when temptation comes. That's when temptation comes around. And it's as though, God has abandoned you. He has not abandoned you. He has not abandoned you. I totally believe that every single thing that happens is for a reason. That's my belief. Yeah, Kendrick. I hope I answered you. Yeah, from beginning to the end, there's no place for arguments. Only you were God all by yourself. Elédùmarè, arúgbó ọjọ́, Onyedikagi, Onyedikagi, Elédùmarè, arúgbó ọjọ́, Onyedikagi, Jesus, Onyedikagi, Onyedikagi, Jesus. What has your mother taught you that you wish your kids can live by? Staying strong at every point. Being independent. My mother, even up till now, in her old age, she's resilient. She's a hardworking woman. Even in her weakness, she still stands strong. I've never seen a woman like her. Most times, I wonder where she gets her strength. Someone that will tell you, I'm sick, I'm weak. But for the fact that nobody will give her, okay, she's an orphan. Her dad and mom is no more. And yeah, she just have a step brother who also has a family to take care of. So now it's just her and the step brother. Even her stepmother died a few years ago. I met the stepmother, but she didn't meet her mother herself. So she's just a resilient woman. Sometimes, I don't know if they have brought light too. She up Nepa. You know, sometimes, let me just leave it like this. I think I'm enjoying this thing like this. So sometimes, like I was trying to say, when I look at her, I just wish I could just, you know, I've not traveled out. I just wish I could just, you know, made visa for her to travel out and go and rest. Even when she visited me, asking her to stay at a place, she wouldn't, because she's used to this kind of life of I need to hustle and make my own money. I would say somehow I got that from her. That's why for some persons they see me as a stay-at-home mom, but being that this YouTube platform, thankfully that I'm monetized, is giving me little coin that I can put in my pocket. I mean, why not? In as much as I have house chores, I'm a mother at the same time, catering, taking care of my kids, house chores, I'm a wife. All these are so overwhelming, but then when I remember that aspect of independence, I just still want to show up. Like for some persons, they would not even live stream, but I've not really been punctual with my posting, but regardless, I turned to live streaming. most times on a daily basis even. It's not as though I have the strength, but I knew what I want. I knew the only way I could get it is doing what I'm doing. And you know, one thing in this life is that all these people that we think are successful, they only did a little bit of extra. That's what made them successful, and it looks as though there is something else that they did differently other than the usual thing. Nothing. They just did extra of what they have been doing, and that's what resulted to their success in life. So staying strong and being resilient and having that mindset of independence is one thing I learned from my mom. I don't depend on people. If I don't have it, I try to get it myself, legitimately, anywhere, anyhow it can, I can get it myself. I try to do that. If it means working, no problem, let me go and work and make that money. So yeah, staying strong is the pure power of God. Our parents are our physical gods on earth. Exactly. What is your favorite childhood memory that you have of your mom that you can never forget? Hey, favorite childhood memory. All these questions, I don't know. But childhood memories of my mom, I wouldn't forget is the fact that we argue a lot. I know it might sound weird, but now when I mean arguing a lot, I would say, and as much as we are ignorant of it, I would say that's the moment we get to interact with each other. In the process of arguing, maybe she how mothers can be sometimes. In the process of arguing, I'll start saying my mind. She'll start saying her mind. She'll correct me. I'll say, hey, mommy, it's because of this. She'll not say it's not like that. Let me just say it's just an avenue that we use as mother and daughter, because I wouldn't say I've had that opportunity for her to call me and we sit and talk mother and daughter talk. No. So it's in that process of argument, she's scolding me or something like that. Both of us are just not agreeing on a particular incident. That's when I'll not be like, hey, mommy, there is this thing that you used to do to me. I don't like it. Oh, why will you do it? She'll not be like, hey, if I don't do it. I mean, for some person, they'll be like, hey, argument. I love arguments. No, but then, that's just the only time I get to interact with my mom, sincerely. Because she's always out to hustle. Her own is just, let's go and hustle, make money, make food, and feed our kids, make sure their needs are being met. That has been my situation with my mother and my father when I was younger. Hello, Waiba SA vlog. Hello, I'm from Nigeria. Nice meeting you. So it's a lot. So that's why, in as much as my girls, it's not everything that they know, but if I find any little opportunity, space, I always try to talk to them. For some persons, they will be like, they would understand where I'm heading to, but see, I just try to just say it out. You understand? So it's just a whole lot. Kendrick, it's a whole lot. So that argument time, I don't enjoy it as it's happening, but it gives me room to talk to my mom. have just a sibling, an older brother, or rather an elder brother. We are just two. We are just two, a boy and a girl, and I'm the last born. So yeah. And I lived with a parent, especially from my dad's side, that is so strict with me. Although I understand he's doing that with the mindset of he's protecting me, or I didn't grow up having this freedom kind of lifestyle. If I'm out, that means I'm at church or at school or at shop with my mom. That's the only time I'm out. But then I started moving out, like going to see a friend when I entered university. That's the time I started going to visit a friend that a friend of mine that we both studied in the same high school. Yeah, so that way my parents now knows her and her family, so we became best of friends. That was when I started moving out, that I would say, okay, I'm going to see a friend. Aside that, I would say maybe that also made me more of an introvert. But my dad and mom, especially my mom, especially my dad, I mean to say, he will always try to make everything available for us at home. That thing that will make you to go to a neighbor's house and stay, the highest, let him use his last money and get it for his kids. That's the kind of parent I have. Then they come back home, you are nowhere to be found. And it's not like they sent you on an errand, or you went to school, or you went to church, or something, or you went out on something that is more reasonable than just moving up and down like a jobless human being. So that's it. Hi Jordan, I do remember you. Thank you for joining anyways. So Kendrick is a whole lot. It's a lot. So now that I'm an adult, staying at home alone, being that I'm a stay-at-home mom, for some individuals, I know they'll be like, this woman does not even move out. Kiniko. It doesn't get to me. Because at least, thankfully, by the grace of God, most of the things I need, I have it at home. So what's taking me outside? Nothing. Because I know having lots of friends can easily put someone into a deep mess. So I try to avoid those. That does not mean I don't greet people when I meet them. That does not mean I don't have casual kind of greeting friends. Hello, hi. How is family? Is fine. And it ends there. Okay, yeah. Well, even right here in Nigeria, in Lagos, currently, I can only tell you boldly that I just have one good friend, like a sincere, someone I can stand up for and say that yes, she is my friend. I'm willing to defend her. Just one. Every other ones are just casual, And I even met her while we were serving after university. Here in Nigeria, after university, you serve your country, you serve Nigeria for 1 year. They'll be paying you, as a civil servant, minimum wage. So yeah, in that process, that's where I met my friend. I know her house, she knows mine. I know her husband, she knows mine. She's also a young mother like me, you get. So, but we don't always visit ourselves, funny enough. We do more of the talking on phone. Thank goodness there is WhatsApp, there is video call. So we do more of the talkings on phone. So me visiting her or she coming over is just like God knows how long. It could just be once every month, or highest 2 times every month. Sometimes we may not even see ourselves for 2 months. What's come to us, we just video call. and we are good. Like when we talk on phone, it's as though we've been talking for ages. We've been talking like every single day. When the boredom is there, we talk every day on phone. That's just it. Fathers protect their daughter and mothers protect their son. Oh, true. Do you remember what you did when your father had to discipline you? I will tell you a story. Surprisingly, I was already an adult. I was in university. Okay, but before I say that short story, my dad disciplined me to the point that I'm this kind of person that, initially when I was growing up, I make it a habit of lying down on the desk or on the table, like my head will be low on the table or on the desk while I'm writing. All thanks to my dad. My dad had to stop me that behavior, that silly behavior. My dad taught me how to sit upright to write. That's one of his disciplines to me that I can never forget so easily. But then, he's also a kind of person that, like I told you, we are just two. My brother, being a boy, he would go out. He may not really even time him when he goes out and come back. But you see me, I cannot just go out like that. And even if I want to go out, I'll have to notify my dad a week or 2 weeks before that very day. Else, he will not permit me to go. And then even before I even go, or before I go and tell him that I want to go and visit a friend, I would have to ask myself some few questions that I know probably my daddy will ask me. Number one, who are you going to look for? Number two, what are you going there to do? Then number three, he will not be considering this person you are going to see, you are going to meet. Will that person be of good impact to your life or just wayward, useless kind of lifestyle? So before I even conclude that I want to go and see a friend, these 4 questions, I would have to ask myself those questions before I can make a move to go see my dad and say, Daddy, I want to move out. I will be visiting a friend. Not actually that same day. Well, but notwithstanding, that time I was a little bit like, it's too much for me. But looking back to those days rather, I really didn't see it as a bad thing. He was trying to give me all the best. Now I realize much more better. Yeah. So and again, the story I said I was going to tell you, I was already in university. I'm a young girl growing up, and now I was in university already. There is this guy that comes around me. Of course, what do you expect? A fine-looking young girl, not my husband actually, as of then, because that was around my first year in university or second year. So now it happened that the guy came close to me around my house vicinity, because of course I cannot move out. And unfortunately, my dad's office is close by our house. So he basically noticed all the movements I make. That's the irony of having, of your dad having a shop or an office close to your house. So now, on speaking with that very young guy, my dad went out and he was now coming back. Instead of him to just move straight to his office, my dad just had to make a pause. He stopped where I was standing with the young guy. See me, look at me, I was even greeting my dad. He snubbed me. Do you know the first thing he said? Do you know the first thing he did? He just looked at the guy and was like, young man, What is your name? I was like, that moment that you know that I have rights over this. This is mine. I have to protect my territory. You know, he said, young man, who are you? What is your name? Hey! In fact, even if you are going to ask me what was the most embarrassing day of my life, that was the embarrassing day of my life up to today. And I said, young man, who are you? It's not as though he has not been seeing him, but he that situation, that moment was like he just wants to catch us red-handed very well. And we are outside. It's not like we are in a enclosed place doing one irresponsible behavior or another. No, we are just in an open place. People are seeing us. And then just walk straight. Young man, who are you? So what are you? The young man did not even finish greeting him. So what are you doing with my daughter? I've been greeting daddy, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hello, Mr. Man did not even answer me. He just said, the one and only time he looked at me, the only thing he said is, get inside the house. Hi! I just sheepishly turned and go home. I went home. I went, and surprisingly, thankfully, my elder brother was observing the scene. I went into the house. I started crying. I wept. I wanted to explain to him. He said I shouldn't talk, that he already saw the whole scene that happened. What happened? He now waited for my dad. Immediately my dad got in. He was like, he even fought my own fight. I mean, my other brother. He was like, Daddy, what's the meaning of that kind of embarrassment? Why would you have to embarrass my younger sister? I mean, she's of age, she's in university. When she goes back to school, are you the one monitoring her? If she wants to spoil, will she spoil at school then? Like, let's assume she's a bad girl. Do you think she's going to exhibit that bad character in your presence? I mean, it was just so realistic. He was just very real, and which is true. I guess you are not from church, judging from the outfit. No, I'm not from church. I was just wearing my casual clothes. You understand? You mean now? I'm not from church. I didn't. Oh, this is Africa will never unite. Oh, Africa. No, I didn't go to church. I'm explaining something to Kendrick. I didn't go to church today. Yes. Yes. Oh.
Mommy.
So now,
Mommy.
and I said, why will you embarrass my younger sister? I mean, she's of age. She's in school. She lives in school. I traveled to school when I was in university. So I just visited. So does he think that a guy has not approached me over there in school where he's not there? So why the embarrassment that he shouldn't do that kind of thing? I wept. So that was an incident that my dad portrayed, that even up to today I have never forgotten that particular incident. Kendrick, is a whole lot. It's a lot though, but I don't blame him. If I had a sister, that would be like, okay, we are two. At least, even if one does not behave well, the other one should. But it's just me and then my other brother. And surprisingly, there's one thing my dad does that I'm happy about. In as much as my other brother senior me, he gave me the age gap of 2 years. He doesn't let him intimidate me, and neither do he allow me to insult him. No. And then we going into university, when it comes to pocket money, the exact amount he gives to my brother is the exact amount he gives to me, because he sees it that both of us are in the university, so we should get the same amount of thing. That's just it, honestly. So Kendrick is just a whole lot. It's a whole lot. But notwithstanding, I'm still grateful for all those good and bad experiences, because the world of today, The word of today, I don't know what I witnessed. I don't know for any other person that would be so truthful, but let's just say at early stage of my life, I realized what this world is all about. So if I choose to mess myself up, then I have myself to blame. That was very embarrassing. Fathers always find a way to embarrass their daughter, and mothers always. I'm telling you, honestly, you're 100% correct. What country do you live in? I'm in Nigeria. So it was really, really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. Live burrito. Thank you for joining. It was so embarrassing. So yeah, I'm done cutting the okra. So I want to now start prepping the soup. It's a lot, right? And I didn't waste time. So let me start the cooking immediately. I just brought out the pot of meat and fish that I'm going to be using. It's not much, so yeah. How did the boy look at you the next day at school? No, he's not in my school. He's in another university. Me, I visited home. I'm in another university, which he knows, and he's also in another university in that same state, but different locations. So me, I visited home. He lives around somehow, so he knows me even before I got admission. So now him barging into me and like, it's been a while, where have you been? I told him, yeah, I got admission, so I've been in school. We were just chit-chatting as two grown adults. Boom! And boom, my dad did what he can do best. Thank you, life's burrito. You too have prosperity. It's I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't know. But it's all good. I'm telling it now as a life story, right? Oh god. It was so embarrassing. And for sometimes I don't know what these parents usually take us as or for. Honestly, it's just also similar to when I met my husband. Yeah, I was already rounding up with school, university, and then got home after my project defense. I just let me go home, rest 1 or 2 before going back to conclude every other thing. Hello. Meanwhile, I was already talking with my husband. We talked more on phone because he wasn't close, I wasn't close. So yeah. Then coming back that very day, my father for the very first time threw that question at me. Because I mean, this girl used to come back home. You don't see me with any guy, I don't visit any guy. What's up? Oh my goodness. But I just thank God anyways, because I don't even know what has been going through his mind. And then for the very first time, him throwing that kind of question at me. Baby girl, what happened? You're almost done with school. Is there nobody saying hello, hi? That kind of question. I now, surprisingly to him, I know how to bust his bubble and say, yes, someone is already showing interest. And yeah, look, he already said he's going to come around. Because this kind of thing with marriage, you just have to be sure and also pray about it and also reason every reasonable things before you can say yes. So before the question came, gladly, I was already into it, but I needed my time to make sure of some things before telling him as my father. So, but since he now asked, even before I make mention of that to him, I now had to just, tell him everything. I say, yes, already, there is someone around the corner. Oh my goodness. And surprisingly, the thing, even my marriage shocked everybody. And surprisingly, my husband didn't even want any delay. That year was the year there was this, I don't know if you have heard of COVID in Nigeria. That was the year I that was the family is hungry. No, they are not, but somehow we're making food. I want to make soup. So so yeah, that was the year COVID happened. So regardless of the no movement restrictions, my husband didn't even want anything to, hold us back from getting married that same year. He said, even if it's just a person that came, no problem. His own was just to do the necessary marriage rites, get it done with, and take his wife home. Full stop. So that was just it. Well, this life is a whole lot, This life is a whole lot. A whole lot, much more than you can ever imagine. But yeah, no regards with that of my dad and his behavior towards me. Because now I know better and why he did all those things. In as much as it seems as though it was embarrassing, but I understand better now. Please, whatever you do, don't embarrass baby. But no, baby's name is not Isaac. Isaac is that teenager around, but he has gone back. He has gone back to his parents. He's no longer here. He went back on Saturday. He just came around for holiday. So holiday is over. He has gone back home. My baby's name is JJ for short. It's Jethro, but his name is, I call him JJ for short. My baby's name is not Isaac, it's JJ. No, as for what did he say? Embarrass. When did you realize that your husband was the one? Let's just say to start with, this kind of girl they call that churchy girl, okay? And thankfully, while in my final year, I've been engaging myself with lots of seminars with regards to marriage. You understand? It's not like as though I prioritize getting married, like I just have to get married. But then sometimes it's good to, when you reach when you get to a stage that something needs to be done, it's not a bad thing if that thing actually happens, you understand? So I knew a time would come, even if it was not immediately. I knew a time would come when my parents would ask me that question that my dad asked me, surprisingly and thankfully, being that I was ready, I was set for it, and he asked the question, and yes. So yeah, back to your question. When I knew he was the one, I wouldn't say, okay, me just say that time come when, okay, in the process of the seminar, even if I don't grab anything useful with regards to marriage, I said shifting people should shift from here. With regards to marriage, I noticed something really helped me, of which that particular thing has been helping me as a person in every aspect of my life. You see, this life, as I am, anything I'm doing and I don't have this calmness, this peace of mind inside of me, then something bad is going to happen with regards to that particular thing. But yeah, my husband came. It's not as though he was my boyfriend. I had someone that, okay, that was my boyfriend, if I should use the word, even before I met my husband. I was actually even thinking we are going to end up together. But then we got separated, not fighting, but we just went our separate ways amicably. Okay, although he was saying something of wanting to become a pastor, and for me, he's not saying anything whether he's interested or not, but we just have this mutual feeling that hopefully by God's grace we are going to get married, hopefully, even though he has not popped up any word like that to me. But yeah, fast forwarding it, so we broke up and I was just on my own before I met my husband. So yeah, answering your question, when I knew he was the one, I had my peace of mind. To answer all this long story I'm talking about with regards to your question, I had my peace of mind. And like I said, anything I'm doing in this life and I don't have calmness and peace of mind in it, I don't accept it. I reject it. So when he came, I had my peace of mind. That alone, not even withstanding what the situation could be or what circumstance I'm going to face, I just had that peace of mind, and we've been doing it even up to today. So that's just it. When my dad asked me, "Are you sure?" Dad, I'm cool. I'm fine. I have my peace of mind. My heart says yes, he's the one. Now, I'm not even, in as much as I choose all these silly questions that I just asked. What's your job? What are you doing? Where do you live? Where, which is necessary, which is very, very important as a young lady that maybe a guy showed interest on you. Even our opposite sex, you guys, it's also good to ask a girl such question. But for me, where I always base my facts on is that I had my calmness and peace of mind. That was the only thing that made me say yes to my husband. When he came, I had my peace of mind with him. My heart accepted him 100% with that peace of mind. So I was like, in as much as I wouldn't guarantee the fact that, be it friendship or whatever, we guarantee the fact that we know ourselves that much, no. But being that this guy came and I'm okay, I wasn't panicking. I wasn't even like, are you sure it's going to work? That alone made me, I said yes. So yeah, that's what made me realize he was the one. I hope I answered your question. This question you're asking, enjoying it. It's making me not to feel weak that I'm busy, because my plan was to sleep, but JJ is sleeping, so I need to get this food done before he wakes up. So I'm glad you're making me talk and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do at the same time. At least it's distracting me from knowing that I'm stressing myself at this point, because my plan was to just go and sleep, of which had it been I slept, if I still wake up, I'm still going to do it. So what's the need? I'd rather do it and get done with it. So yeah, Kendrick, that's it. Peace of mind. That was the only assurance I needed to convince me that he was the one, and I had it 100%. I was not even shaking. Now it's even more like an intertribal marriage. I'm completely Igbo girl by tribe, but my husband is not that Igbo. He's a Delta man. For some Igbo persons, they'll be like, no, how do you go and marry a Delta man? Or it's just, for instance, maybe you're an Igbo marrying an Hausa, or an Hausa marrying an Igbo, or an Igbo marrying a Yoruba, that kind of a thing. But then, there was no objection. And surprisingly, for some parents that would be like, no, it must be an Igbo person, no. My parents, the only thing they did was to give me my support, and I love that, and I'm grateful for that too. So one thing I was just working with is that this guy came and I was at peace with it. Even when the question was true, I was at peace with it. So that was what made me give him a big yes. Hi Ibrahim, I'm fine. So sorry. I was on hot seat answering a question. That's it. Michael, happy Sunday to you too. So this is me giving you a secret. Anything you do in this life and you are panicking, then no, just drop it. Don't accept that particular thing. But if you are doing it and you enjoy it, you have that calmness inside of you, you have peace of mind, then go ahead with it. It will definitely succeed. Give it a trial and thank me later. That's one secret I realized about life. Even if it doesn't turn out 100% the way you would have loved it to, there's the result it will still give you. You'll still be like, anyway, thank goodness I even did at all. In as much as it didn't guarantee me all the 100%, way I thought it was going to be. But regardless, it was still on the line, in the same path a little bit. So yeah, I had my peace of mind with my husband. That was a beautiful story. What's the process of marrying a Igbo woman? Because here in South Africa, a man has to send his uncle to girl's family to pay dowry. Is that the same thing? Yes, but you are not sending your uncle. You are going alongside with your uncle. You are not just sending just your uncle. You take your uncle alongside. Your uncle and your father, if your dad is still around, your uncle, your dad, and yourself will go and inquire, ask. It depends on probably how serious you are in Igbo land. For some persons, they will say you have to come first, then you go, you come again, depending on that Igbo tribe. Because even in Igbo, we have our different tribes and cultures. But for some persons, currently now, Gen Z generation, someone indoors can actually make it easier for you, get the list for you. That's the list of the dowry, kiniko, all the items needed. Then they send it to you. You just get all those stuff. So as you're just going that once, you're just doing everything. As long as you have the money and you are ready. So that's how it's done. That's how it's done in Igbo. I don't know for other cultures. For Igbo cultures, this place is empty again. So yeah, I'm going to blend this. So it's the same thing. They pay dowry. Here again, or she from me? Oh God. What's wrong with the two of you? So that's it though.
Mommy.
Don't touch, don't call me. Why are you dating yourself? If I'm gonna drop those shoes now, what's your problem? Hi, your mama says. Happy Sunday to you too, Martins. Okay, I want to go get something outside. How are you doing, Martins? It's been a while though. It's been a while. How is your day going, Martins? How is your day going? I want to cook soup. So my pot has this opening. So foggy. Why is it foggy? So Kendrick, I don't know if you're still here. Sure, when I'm done. Once I'm done, you will. I've heard of Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba people, but I have not heard of a Delta tribe. That's because, let's say, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba is more, should I use the word prominent or dominant? I'm not saying other ones are not plenty, but how should I categorize this now? I don't know how to explain to you to get it right. Just take it that the Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba are more predominant. There are some other tribes. There is Efik. there are lots of tribes here in Nigeria. Lots, many. Many. Do Delta people speak a different language? Some parts, yes. Like Warri. But my husband, part of Delta, speaks a little bit of Igbo, but in another way. So I understand them. That's why I accepted him. Because if it was just that inside kind of Delta language, which is Wari Urobo, trust me, your baby girl will not get anything. I will not even understand one single thing they are saying. So in as much as my husband people or Delta people don't believe that they are Igbos, they just call themselves Delta. Their own language, I understand. I don't find it difficult. It's somewhat like Igbo, but not exactly Igbo. So if you are not a good listener, even if you are from Igbo, you will not understand them. Or if you are a good listener and you try to understand things, you can easily catch up with them. And that's where I am at right now. So I'm trying to catch up with every of their language. There's electricity. I want to quickly cook this food so that I can also serve and scoop and put in the freezer so it can be preserved. Still did not blend well. I have to go and blend it again. When you visit your husband's family, are you supposed to wake up early and make the family tea and cook breakfast for them? No. Truth be told, I'm supposed to wake up on time. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm the one that will virtually do everything. For what? Am I their maid? No, God forbid. Everybody has his or her own duty. My husband will not even allow. He will not even let them. Did he marry a wife to be converted as a maid? It doesn't mean that I wouldn't do my own wifey duty to my mother-in-law. But no, not at all. Not at all. Never. Even though there are some people that will just be, a bad ass to others. I mean, sister-in-laws precisely, but no. My husband does not give them that hand to treat me that way. You didn't blend well initially. So yeah. But some persons, some persons could just be wicked. Reason being that it's either they don't like the wife of their brother, or they just don't want him to marry that particular person, or they just don't want the brother to marry. Some sister-in-laws are just individually wicked personified. God forgive me. I have a brother. One day he will marry. I'll become a sister-in-law. But then, every day of my life, I still pray, God help me. I wouldn't be a wicked sister-in-law to my brother's wife. I'm already married. So what will I gain? Maltreating someone else's sister and daughter, all in the name that Pepe. pepper. All in the name that the girl is married to my brother. No. What advice would you give Gen Z about marriage? all this all this interview. I hope you are recording me. So that later you forward it to me because I don't get all this your interview. It's as though you are recording me somehow. I'm having the feeling though. Advice is a lot though, please oh. But in summary, but women's summary are always long though. Women's summary is another type of story. But let me just try. I would say having the experience for 5 years now, I would say about marriage. Marriage is sweet too. It's sweet. Now, when I say it's sweet, some persons will be like, okay, in the aspect of meeting a man and a woman, no. Marriage is sweet. I mean, at least for the fact that you already have a title of Mrs. Okay, shows that a lot of people are expected to respect you. Okay, now being married to my husband. My husband is second to the last one, and um his siblings are about six, and all of them he is second to the last. 6 or 7 of them. So imagine all of them senior my husband, most of them. So now that he's married to me, and he's also my husband senior me with a couple of years too. So in as much as some of them might find it hard and difficult to respect me, they just have no option than to respect me as their brother's wife. That respect is there, even though they'll still try to rub shoulder. And when it comes to my own part, being that I know that yes, they also senior me, they say respect is reciprocal actually. Yeah, I also try to respect them. That I'm now married to their brother, and of which I know I also have a right, does not now mean I should abuse the fact that I'm properly trained. I have a good home training. So let's just say you respect me, I respect you. If you don't respect me, I'll still respect you because they are older than me. Okay, but then with regards to marriage, be yourself. When I say be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. Don't try to fake, don't try to imitate, don't try to copy. Respect your husband. It's not always that easy, sincerely speaking. But yeah, be yourself, respect the man that brought you into his home. And try as much as possible to also, as you're respecting your husband, extend that same respect to your in-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister, all the in-laws. But maintain your cool. Okay, truth be told, they are going to come after you, one person or two, but just always try to stay your cool. Try to have this clear script of, let's just assume maybe something comes up, misunderstanding, they wouldn't categorize it on the fact that you were not properly brought up by your parents, thus giving you that red flag to your parents, of which you would not like, you would be forced to retaliate. Even though some of them would just feel like you are a bad person, even when they know you did nothing. But yeah, just try to give them that respect, be it for the ones you senior and the ones that senior you. Just give them that respect, and yeah, be yourself, keep your cool, respect your husband. I believe when you do all these ones, every other thing, little by little, will just fall into place. Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. Even our mothers that have been married for like maybe 30, 35, 40 years, they can just wake up and just exhibit one kind of weird character, and the other partner will be like, Mrs. or Miss, when did you start behaving like this? Excuse me. When did you start behaving like this? So It's not a guaranteed process. That's why they say that marriage is an institution, unending institution. Okay, that every single day you have one or two things to learn and unlearn. Okay, so in marriage it is 50-50, or man and woman have to play their, you have to play your role. You have to play your role. You have to play your role. Even if it's the woman that is providing, give that man a respect, because you never can tell when the table will turn around. The man will treat you will treat you up, honestly. So just be yourself. That's why I say be yourself, especially when the man, before he got married to you, saw you as a good, and responsible lady. Still maintain that, because some of we ladies, truth be told, we can be deceitful most times. We'll just try to play good, nice, just for a man to marry us. And when we now get married to that particular man or guy, we'll not be like, hey, finally I've arrived. You now start exhibiting those silly nonsense character that is not of, I'm being forced to say it's not of God, yes, because I believe that if they should check it, that means you've deceived the man into marrying you, thinking that you actually have a good character, whereas reverse is the case. My opinion, though, I could be wrong. My opinion. So it's a lot, my opinion. Nobody knows it all in marriage. Be yourself, respect your husband and the siblings, and then little by little, every other thing will surely definitely fall into place. Because as you're learning him, he's learning you. That does not mean there will not be a misunderstanding. Lie. You people will quarrel. It now takes the grace of God and understanding, patience, and tolerance for both of you to now adjust to the situation. Because I mean, even siblings quarrel. So talk more of when you are not even bloodly related. I mean, so that does not mean that if you and your husband quarrels a lot, that means the marriage will not last. No, you are in the process of learning yourselves. So that's it. That's a lot of pepper. I hope my kids can eat this. That's a whole lot of pepper. But my husband loves pepper. That's the problem. And he does not know that he has kids, toddlers, that will still also eat from that food. He will always tell me, you did not put pepper. I say, hey, you don't want my children to eat food? Even though Yoruba people loves pepper and some Hausa. Me, I'm not a fan of pepper. Until I know the value of pepper to the body. Till then, I'm not going to be eating pepper that much. It's not like I wouldn't want a pepper in my food, but so yeah, Kendrick, honestly, this life is a lot deeper than we can ever imagine. So every single day, we pray to God to give us the grace to live right. Nobody knows it all. So, as a married woman, are you allowed to have friends that are not married? Oh my God. It depends on when the friendship started. It doesn't stop you from having friends that are not married, but let it have limits. My own opinion. But I initially said it depends on where the friendship started. Because, like I said, I have this good friend of mine back at home, the one I told I used to visit when I was in university. she's yet to be married, and she was my chief bridesmaid when I did my wedding, my white wedding. So now, being that I've known her for a very long time, I cannot just easily detach from her. Okay, and she's not even close by. That's why I say, even if you are making friends with an unmarried lady, let it have limits. Now, it's not the kind of friend you are supposed to bring closer to your home, especially closer to whenever your husband is around. And be mindful of the things she tells you, be mindful of the ones you receive. I mean, based on advice, because I mean, she's not married, so what does she know to advise you on? So I don't know if I'm making sense. Do more with married ladies like yourself. I would say do more with married women. But if you already have a friend that is yet to be married, I don't mean you should, you know, detach yourself from her. No, but mind your limits. That I'm still cool with the one, I call my friend that is not yet married, that was my chief bridesmaid, is because she's not close by. And just like the one that is even my friend here in Lagos, we barely even see ourselves, like I told you initially. So this one that is even far in another state, that is farther away from Lagos, I mean, she has her own life to live as well. I'm already married. There's this mindset that Juliet is already married, oh, let me hustle for myself, oh, and pray to God for my own husband, that kind of lifestyle. So we don't even have time to start talking the way we used to talk. But that does not mean we are not talking or we are quarreling. No. There is more. As one is growing, things are changing, we are advancing. Me now, my marriage is now taking more of my time, because I want the best for my own marriage, you understand? So let's just say a lot of things will just is now distracting us from even thinking of, hey, I've not spoken to this my friend for a very long time, and thank goodness she understands. So she doesn't really count all those for me that much. So I'm cool with her. But answering your question, having a friend that is not married, maybe having that friend when you're already married. Yes, but to some limits. Don't bring her close to your house, to your family, to your marriage, to your husband, because now it's from there that it starts small small. It's either she gets jealous. You are a human being. It's either she jealous, or she thinks you are doing too much, now start having these bad thoughts that you are doing too much, or because you have gotten married, or maybe you are no longer having her time. A lot of things will just start sparking up. Not as though she has that mindset towards you, but then we are humans. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. At some point, such thoughts will come to her mind. So it's better you avoid it. You're in the same category. Do you know why I'm emphasizing on this? Even we married young women, there's this friend I used to have, not really close friend. She's also married. She even got married before me. But then, as time goes on, where she was now acting, I had to separate myself from her. I stopped talking to her. We didn't quarrel or anything. So I just stopped. I didn't need a suicide to tell me that it's as though this lady is now getting jealous of me, because initially she thought maybe she's living much more comfortable than I do with my husband. But then along the line, she saw that maybe to her, this girl is even way ahead of me. So I just cut her off. So that's it. going to pay me for this interview. This pepper is really, really choky. Kendrick, are you still here? I'm coming to read your comment, Sha. Greater than your husband's name should be Lucky. Because it's pure luck to marry a believer and wise woman. Thank you, anyways. Is your husband allowed to bring his friend over to the house? For the records, surprisingly, my husband is not that kind of person that makes friends, because on his own side, he's also careful with life. And I'm saying this because even to the point of his colleagues at work, it's not all ceremonies we hold here at home that he invites them over. Yeah, because jealousy could just pack up, and you never can tell who initially was having this kind of bad negative mindset against you. In fact, let me just say, the people I know as my husband, just like me, is not in the same state with us. They are also at Delta, their state, but we are living in Lagos. So I don't know. So basically, if he says, okay, I want to talk to my friend, he's mostly on call. Like as I'm talking to you now, I've been talking to you, he's on call with one of his friends, the one that did best man for him during our wedding. And two people, or people more like a colleague of people's a colleague of friends, not really close friends to him, but they grew up together, young guys like him. They are not in this state. Most of them are not in this state. At Delta State, we're in Lagos State. So mostly him talking to someone he calls a friend is also on phone. So let's say we are all in the same category. So you get. So that, and I would say I can attest to you that that has really saved us a lot. And even the few ones, I've never seen him say his friend is coming. The only thing I would tell is that my husband is an engineer and his company is produces inverter. So now he's working in their service center as one of the engineers. So he do get clients off from the company. Okay, I mean, when you come individually to them, they'll charge you lesser compared to when you go to the company to charge you for repair. I know you understand me. So yeah, people that comes around, being that he's here to have a shop of his own, to open a shop, so he does most of the work at home. Yeah, there is a store. In fact, he converted one of our rooms. We are living in 3 rooms apartment with a living room. So he converted one of our rooms to his workshop. So yeah, people that brings inverter for repair, or UPS, online UPS, be it the small one or online UPS, comes to our place. So that's the only time I see people coming around. Not as though that they are his friends. They are just customer clients. So now he doesn't bring friends back home. I'm even the one that brings friends home, which is the friend I used to go visit, but she just comes around and visits me as well. And that's just it. No. So that's it. I hope I answered your question. Both of us are doing the same thing. So that's it. Now, gị na Charles na-ekwu. Ọ ka nọ. Onwe ife ọ na-alụ nọ, onweghị medi na-emezi ụlọ. Ọ na nwaanyị nke okenye ahụ na-anọburu ya a na-arụziri ọrụ. Udo mmadụ onye ọma. Nke ahụ mụ na ya sere okwu na. Ee. So that's it, Kendrick. It's a no-no. It's a no-no. You don't do such. No friends at home to protect our marriage. No friends at home. Only me. Only me. Of which is not every day. It's not every time. Just maybe once or 2 times in a month. Till further notice. Jesini. Eh.
Let me use this one. Take my water.
No wala.
Is that what I have that since?
What?
To tell me back. Is it what I have that since? Because I won't follow it.
I'm a fair honey. I don't know. Oh, can't say I don't know. Only for now. Nso na odo mmadụ dị ready self. Odo mmadụ onye a na-abịa tagbo n'onwe ya n'afọ. Ọ dị ready self. Ọ bịa efe lulu nyebe. Ọ ma atụtụ ya. Onye ahụ ya na-abịa. Odo mmadụ nwanyị ya. Yourself. Hey Victor, good afternoon. How are you doing? What's up? Happy Sunday. Yeah, happy Sunday to you too. You came around before. I was greeting. It's as though you've left by that time. And what I come yourself. And I try to JJ away from. However, you see, every week as me, maybe go over. And a tata can't make sense, no. Tata madaga hoka. Tata madaga hoka, no. I'm from in. Where are you from? I'm in Lagos. But I grew up in Enugu. I was born and brought up in Enugu. I'm in Lagos. Kendrick, are you still here? How is Enugu, Michael? Michael, how is Enugu? Yeah, that short, that bosses. Ọ na-egbu oge. Abụọ na agbashi ike even if mgbe ọ na-apọmpụ kwa ọfụma sef. Ihe na kitchen ya since a nwoke a fix ya ọ na-agbashi ike. Ọ nweghị dị pressure ncha ncha ya. Okwu ya. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Oh, it took like forever to fill up. Like forever to fill up. Oh my. Okra, okra. Mmadụ a ga-amụ mmadụ ịnọrọ na be mmadụ rịọ everyday onye nwe ha ọrụ ọ na-arụ n'ụlọ enwe ndị na-arụ ya nakwa mgbe niile ọ na-abịa ya nwaanyị niile eso apụ ebe ha na-aga mahụ ọbịa ha ebu akwado ife ha na-ebu na mma ha na-eji ile ihe ele ka ọ gị Analytics mgbe niile ha bụ ihe chere ihe na aka like a product or something. My soul says yes. Oh, says yes. Says yes. I'm marrying you. When you leave me, I will follow. When you follow, All right, Kendrick, no problem.
Thank you for coming around.
Thank you for coming around. Okay, this. I need to go. Amazing God, amazing God, you always come through for me. Amazing God, amazing God, amazing God. I have to be fast. I can go and cut. Listen. You always come through for me. Yeah? Ebe gị na-achọ asị n'okwukwa. Nwunye ya alekwa mma. Eh? Okay. Okay. Hi, Bubaka. Hi. Yeah, Missy Chaya. Good afternoon, Bubaka. I'm good. I'm fine. Nice meeting you too. I'm just trying to prep. I'm cooking. Nwere ike ọ na-akpọtara ya ndị ahịa na ife enye ọ na-akatị n'anya. Nwere ike ọ na-akpọtara ya ndị ahịa. Ịmara nke na anyị na ya bikwa sef, o nwekwa akọ na uche. Kama ihe erikwe ya ọ chọọ ka o lie gị. O nwekwa uru ọ ga na-ekwu. Bụ ndị na-eri ya. Mana iburu okpogho ịma arịkwa ya. Ibro kpoghe ma dịkwa ya ọma akwụkwọ gị ya.
Nwayọ na-aga ya ụgbọala. Ụgbọala.
Ibro kpoghe ma dịkwa ya ọma akwụkwọ gị ya. JJ. Ha? Emechana m. Na-alụ ya.
Yo voy a poner ya.
The jam.
¿Qué tú estás?